We're doing alright. When we are apart, we always do the same dance. Always on the fence, never making sense. I'm not gonna feel a thing tonight. I'm not gonna be the one tonight. Don't wanna hear anything that you say. Your love is a game that I don't wanna play. So don't say you need me when I walk away. So many words but they don't mean a thing. You blur the lines between love and obscene. So don't say you need me cause we're not a thing. We're not a thing. I'm doing alright. Since we are apart, you know it's always the heart first. Don't care if it hurts, you're making it worse. I'm not gonna feel a thing tonight. Not gonna feel a thing. I'm not gonna see your face tonight. Not gonna see your face. Don't wanna hear anything that you say. Your love is a game that I don't wanna play. So cry all you want but I still walk away. Cry all you want but I still walk away. So many words but you don't mean a thing. You blur the lines between love and obscene. So don't say you love me cause it's not a thing. It's not a thing.
Hello, mic checking. Yes, yes, all good. So, yo, welcome back to another live stream. This is our day 2. हमारा day 2. इनका तो day 5 चल रहा है. Global Esports versus all gamers. Oh no. Oh no.
Even peek out in front of A.
Okay.
Even Global Esports shows complete
Already चालू हो चुका है match.
dominance, at least
We're a
this first
little late.
half.
But I just कर लो थोड़ा सा. Face cam will be up in a few minutes.
You know, I'm pretty happy after that initial throw. I'm not going to let Yudo live that pistol round down, but you know, we made up for it in the rest of the half.
What are you gonna tell him after this? After this game, you're like,
Yep,
hey, I
go
saw
back.
the pistol. What are you gonna say to him?
Face cam is also back.
I mean, I'm going to say, listen, good job, but this play, never do this again. Don't ever do this again.
Damn.
अरे
Anyways,
भाई
it's a tech
फेस कैम भाई
timeout
ग्लिच
once
कर रहा
again
है
for the teams. So let's talk a little bit about what we've seen so far. Okay, I want to talk a little bit. I mean, Pepper X, they have the molding coach, right? Have
एडजस्ट कर लो थोड़ा बहुत
Alex breaking
फेस
desks.
कैम थोड़ी देर
What's the
मन
vibe
करता
for
मैं
Juvie?
Juvy's chill. I was trying to like.
You know, that's the
I was
vibe I
like,
got for him. I
Ju-
was kind of hoping to tilt him or something, but
No. I think he might just be too chill to tell.
Alright, so moving
like,
towards
I was
the
like,
chat,
should we
let's
do some
see.
sort of like motivational thing before the
Oh,
game? Should
chat
we
ही
like
नहीं
give
बोला
us a little bit of a speech? He's like, nah, and here we are.
damn. No smack talk, no motivation, just straight up go, you know what? Let's go, guys. We got this.
Yeah, there's like
production
two types
is
of
playing
people.
skating. Oh, look.
There's like two types of people who make montages, right? There's the like the
Yeah.
people who like hit the flick and then they like hard flick away, and it's like really
Yeah.
weird because like the unnecessary flick away. And then there's the calm aimers, right? Juvy's a calm aimer.
Yeah.
If we want to put it in montage terms.
And then you have our production that's out here playing skateboard. It's giving Tony Hawk. Did you play Tony Hawk back in the day?
Are you trying to date me or
Yeah
what?
चलो chat
Yes,
पे
I
ready
did
है बाजू
No,
में
Tony
what?
Hawk Pro Skater back in the day on the N64. I am that old. Thank
Dang.
you.
Dang, you doxed yourself. I didn't say anything.
It's okay.
Hawk
I mean,
status.
those were some of the best days. Hitting a 900 on the half pipe.
Let's
Tony Hawk
go
Pro Skater was, like,
G5.
the hardest trick that had ever been landed.
Dang. Man, look at that.
Chat has
Need
no idea
the
what I'm talking about, by the
overdrive.
way.
Oh my god! Patrick, who just completely runs
Patrick
it down,
again with an
finds the
impressive
twist,
pace.
finds RGDNY, but finally knocked down by Bunts. They're not done.
hold on
Both a 1-for-1 advantage.
Yeah.
80 पे चल नहीं रहा हाँ
Just
चलो
conquer.
let's go oh no
I'm just
चल
like
जा
death
भाई
falling behind these
हाँ
flashes.
चलो oh no
Which is an interesting approach. The
720
master of
पे ही
Aura
देखते हैं
Poppy, and then we have some random 18-year-old Filipino kid.
Wow.
And
Look at this
everybody can
crossfire.
shoot.
Yeah. Now you have the power of friendship in there too. Honestly, you just immediately start the round and you have this guy just completely beelining down tiles, just going crazy. Is this something that you guys planned, or is it something that you guys are like, just let the dogs out?
Sometimes Patrick mutes himself by accident, and then he just calls a play and does it. And so, a lot of the times we
मैं
do
webcam
have
चल रहा है
set
ना
plays where
नेट
he gets
चल रहा है
aggressive,
क्या
but
चल
you
रहा है
never
इसका
know.
ये
That
नहीं
might have
बेकार
just
है
been one, I'm not in the comms, where he just decided to run down tiles by himself.
Sounds about right. Already we have the null command online here from
not again
one player. We have also the Rolling Thunders. And up here pushes everyone out the way. Patrick, a good flag will be caught down by the trip. Now for Poppy here, playing this corner very, very well, but one by one, the members of GE are falling like dominoes. It's hard. Udo-chan holding down the line. He's sharp.
nice Horizon
We have Chan falling, but there's still another 4 players to go with. A lot of
bruh
footsteps down. They know where he is here.
Nice
It's gonna be a
try.
team ace from AG. 9-3. Do you believe
एक वीडियो
in
पे शिफ्ट YouTube
superstition?
Twitch पे तो लाइव हो रहा है
No, the 9-3 curse it's just that. It's superstition. I don't believe, especially when my team's playing. We're gonna close this out, no problem.
Okay, so sometimes I would look at Coach Juvenile. He starts, wiping his head, hands on his forehead. Is he tilted or is he thinking? Which one is that?
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think it's thinking. He's a very smart, intellectual guy. But realistically, he was probably
Just a
slapping a
guy.
mosquito, because there's like mosquitoes that I don't know if it's like the Korean VCT teams or just like all of VCT Pacific has sort of unleashed some weird like drone mosquitoes that keep sneaking into our office and stealing our strats, and then Juvenile has to keep killing
चलो
them.
फिर भी ठीक चल रहा
It's a
है
true story.
Oh, dang.
वापस से lag होगा तो I'll try to change.
There's a lot of strats cooking here in the background.
So if you don't know, AG is a China Ascension team जो Grand Finals तक पहुंची थी. So a pretty impressive team from China.
Let's see. Can this team that is playing 2 duelists, well, kind of 3 duelists if you can count Clove, can they avoid walking into us on our default? That's going to be the main question that AG has to answer on this defensive side, because it's going to be hard to play the game unless they're moving forward and trying to
welcome to the
play
stream.
aggressive.
Tanish bhai, welcome to the stream. Hey yo.
And that's why you don't buy the Energy Classic.
You know what?
Don't buy the Energy
भाई
Classic.
को कुछ और बोल दिया. My bad.
No one clip this. We don't want to. We don't want no smoke. Just kidding. Anyways, Widow10 already trying to breach that cage. Can't do so quite yet.
कैसे है तनिष भाई?
Have to be forced back here. Util dump all around. It's perfect. GE breaks the defense, forcing all the members of AG straight
ये
into
राउंड के बाद
Boba.
थोड़ी देर के लिए ब्लैक स्क्रीन जाएगा. वेबकैम का फिक्स करता हूँ.
Flash ready here. And they swing out. 1, 2, 3. Patrick Wu falls. And the retake's actually so devastating here, leaving Udo10 once again to pick up the pieces.
No
and he can't.
way, bro.
And AG, they're
2 minutes,
slowly
guys.
but
Black
surely
screen
making their way
please
back.
suggest. Video.
Yeah, there was a lot of chip damage that happened as both from the flank by the Rays, and then also just as they were coming to the site. Patrick Wu was down to 40 HP. You can see that Kelly was kind of low also. Crystal taking damage. So when 5 players are just kind of running you down, spamming right clicks and stuff, you need every point of health that you can get. You kind of get run over on the retake there.
Yes,
that retake
very
was
good,
honestly
very good.
so good.
Let's
It
go,
was very,
boys.
very overwhelming as well. As soon as the flash came out, GE couldn't do anything to avoid the flash, and at that very moment, the whole team of AG just completely flooded in and just obliterated them. It's really hard to react off that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've got a bunch of flash. They've got a bunch of just fighting tools with most of their characters, so they're definitely be trying to turn this map into a brawl, I think. And so GE discipline on the defense, or sorry, on the default.
Hey, bro, welcome to the stream.
Ew, that Bucky. Once again, a Benes.
Bro, Patrick was something different.
Getting 1 each here.
Bro is well different.
Disadvantage for them. For AG against GE. Still, the KO holding a very aggressive off angle if you think about it. Thinks twice. But for Global, they're patient as ever. Silent Aurora, a big push
Nice,
forward.
Odin.
Udo10 wins this.
Odin
Cages up and he's already breaching that site.
Yeah, great work from him, taking that solo contact while everybody else went elbow. I mean, one thing, you know, we lose a lot of anti-ecos, unfortunately, but we also win a lot of ecos. So, double-edged sword for us so far this year.
With only 10 HP and 1 versus 3.
क्यों यार मेरे साथ ही क्यों? Nice one. Bro, क्या crazy game जा रहा है. One side G fighting, not fighting, winning.
You know,
winning
like I said, he's on his duelist arc in this particular game. So we need to figure out, like, we need really detailed notes. We need to know what he ate for breakfast, how long he slept, what music he listened to before the game, because we need him playing like this every single match this year.
Gotta make sure that
put him in a lab. Put him in a lab.
What if he said
out.
like we? I mean, what if he said like, oh, last night I had caviar. Are you gonna feed him caviar every day?
Listen, Rishi said every expense, whatever it takes to win.
I'm out of here. Honestly, the best boss. Kudos to him. Now this time around, GE. Oh, Urutan's timing could be huge. No, not really. Why and me gonna immediately obliterate Urutan. Punish for even
not good for global
alone
esports
here. But they're already planting on the site. 4 players there. They have lots of time to prepare the crossfires. But GE, they're
nah, क्यों? चल जा भाई.
planning to take over the entirety of Boba. But it's not Boba that is the area of congestion here. It's actually flank.
Yeah, I mean, AG just played attack, and now they're playing attack again.
Hell yes, falls finally as well. Poppy. He's quite low, but he's precise. Headshots all that needed. A flash forward here.
Okay, Poppy's on left. Can Poppy do it?
But now it's a pinpointing Poppy.
नहीं, he knows. Nice one, two, क्या shot. Bro, Phoenix ने already angle लेके रखा था फिर भी. Crazy यार. But let me try to shift to YouTube. 2 मिनट रुको, black screen करता.
Brings global esports to 11.
Pushing every single round and pushing every single round. And that means that one of the sites is going to be open. So we just need to find the right one.
Yes. Chalo.
Let's see whether or not this momentum keep going
We're
here.
good.
GE look comfortable. They're just kind of like rolling off the heat and momentum. Meanwhile for AG, the aggression is just getting shut down. And if they're not aggressive, you have Patrick who is pushing toward them. It's hard to really figure out what kind of play they want to go for here. But this time around, both teams very quiet early.
Yeah, this has been
No way,
the most
कितना
passive
पीछे
round
था
that
मैं?
AG played so far. Definitely being helped by the fact that Phoenix is just on the line at A. There hasn't really been any attempt to move them off this, and so they're able to kind of stack with B very early on. So okay, Ray gets 2 on the backstab.
Okay, yeah, we good.
That's going to be really tough to come back from.
Patrick Wu tries to make something happen, nearly shut down, but he is still good for one.
Yeah.
One by one, the numbers dwindle though. Kelly's still make something happen. But still, Wadi, not done quite yet. Got a number of players to his name. Kelly's, unfortunately, his shot's not hitting. His position is compromised already. And now we have Wadi with 4 in the
nice
bag.
try.
Aggression will finally show up for this
That's
team.
they tried.
Yeah,
we
and
got
definitely aggression
finally.
towards the end there, but the
After a
discipline
lot of
not
struggles,
walking
we
down middle, you can see that
finally
Global
have
was
our
expecting
camera
it
back.
because they've done it so many times already this half. But really, the line being held by Phoenix there just gave all the information they needed. So Global needs to sort of spread their default now a little bit.
I'll catch
Make sure that they
and yes,
are
we're
actually
good.
taking map space, because that's one area that all gamers are really going to struggle with, is if
Oh,
they
no,
lose
just
control
take-
of part of the maps early.
This time Patrick Wu is going aggressive as ever. Fast lane up here, overdrive online, and he makes a beeline straight
Patrick
to Boba.
Wu with the ult.
Bomb forced out,
Hey.
playing inside of
Oh,
the cage.
nice.
But for Patrick Wu, he's playing it very safe.
Nice,
he knows
Patrick.
the positions. Gonna find calm. That's big. All the util on the site gone already. He's not done.
Okay.
Tries to put a
Nice
little bit more
shade.
damage in, but gonna fall. Udo tied at least to support him. The spike goes down already. The other members of AG questioning how to even breach that site. Udo, a dangerous play.
What? Okay.
Showstopper online. Udo Tandu fall. But you have Kelly's. It's layers upon layers here for Global Esports. When the front line falls, you have Kelly's in the second.
Kelly, you can do it.
Well done.
Crystal.
Flash forward here. A good cross from Market and Boba. And now for Bunt. What are you going to do here, buddy? Are you going to try and go for it here? If he walks up, immediately he will be stunned. And he's thinking, okay,
Probably
perhaps
saving.
this might not be a win.
Save
but
करना
a winnable
पड़ेगा.
that round, excuse
और
me.
कोई option नहीं
And
है.
he's going to go for that save.
Yeah,
he
that's
will.
just a really, really nice understanding of the situation by Global. I'm going to give my team a little bit of credit at this point.
उससे मटका नहीं है ना. Let's
They
go
know
निकाल के.
that there's
चलो.
some really good retake ultimates coming in from AG with
We're
both the
finally so
Showstopper and
back.
the Phoenix ult. And so they jam them in the choke point far away from the site. So just to get through the choke point, they have to use 2 ults. They are
Bro,
able to eventually get
12
through, but they have no
already.
really punching power
Damn.
once they're trying to get into the site now for the rest of the retake. So super good positioning from Global on that one.
Looks so dominating this map. I mean, I think you guys mentioned that this is actually
All gamers
your
got to
map
save,
pick,
yeah.
right? For Haven.
Global
Maybe
Esports
from
might win
Sunset,
this
excuse
one.
me. So
Yes.
And take
So
the map one
evidence.
also.
Patrick Hu
Yeah,
still
we like this map.
leaving the map pool soon though. So you're gonna have to find a different map to like as Millie Buds force out the
Whoa,
way
whoa, whoa,
here.
whoa,
And they
whoa.
sprays
Patrick
are
Hu.
good. Patrick Hu. Nurutan as well. Completely
Side
clutching
में
the
घुस के
site
3
from
ले गए भाई.
2
Yeah,
different
round तो
entry
गया
points.
इनका.
But we do still have Wadi going in for that flank. Can't try and
Nah,
isolate fights.
backstab.
Nurutan falls. And everyone goes
Nice
on
one,
red alert
Patrick
here.
Hu.
Patrick Hu with 3 already. But for Tian, what are you gonna do? This is the round that you want to try and win, but you can't.
Easy for Global Esports.
Global Esports win it with conviction.
Flip side,
and they
welcome to the
take
stream.
Sunset.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, just a really solid game plan execution by Global. Honestly, that's pretty much how it goes in scrims for us
Bro,
most
I
of
was
the time.
so
and so it's nice.
जब तक मैंने stream
to
चालू
see,
किया था, it was
the
already like
practice
few
being
rounds.
put into action when it,
I
when
got
it
late
matters,
due to some
you
network
know?
issues.
That's one of the things that the last
Whoa.
few days of face off have really kind of shown us, is that
I've seen you
sometimes
somewhere, prep.
we put into practice what we
I
scrim,
can't remember where.
but it's
But
not
yeah, I've seen
consistent
you.
at the moment, and we really need to kind of make sure that we're doing the things that are working well for us, and we're doing them at the level that we are doing them in scrims instead of being hesitant and like kind of overcalling
I
too
don't
much because
remember.
we're afraid
Discord,
to make
I
a mistake.
guess.
We just want to go with the call. We want to make
I'm
the play.
Fallen's
We want to be
friend.
decisive. And if you
Acha,
play Valorant
हाँ,
like
from
that,
Fallen's
you're going
friend.
to do pretty
Yeah, I
well.
do remember. Yes.
Dang, I'm just looking at their slides. Was it intentional for them to all have the same ones?
Welcome to our stream, buddy.
Probably. I mean, I'm not there, so I don't know. I don't know what the uniform is, but
What is the coach
maybe.
shouting for? Oh no,
think
he's
you're gonna
not
be part
shouting.
of it,
He's
no?
talking.
Yeah, I mean, I could use some new slides. I'm always down. Free clothes are always good, you know.
Bro, Patrick on this map with Neon is
Yeah, I mean,
just
coming into
crazy.
this game, I have to say I'm very, very impressed with what I saw for Sunset. I mean, at this point, I think
Last
coming
one
to the
just
end of
like
the season,
alt karo,
I mean,
घुस जाओ,
knowing that
boom.
Sunset is going to be removed as well, are you guys prepared for that already?
Round over, game
Sorry,
over.
I spaced out in the middle of your question. Can you say that one more time?
Oh, I was gonna say now that Sunset is going to be, removed from the map pool.
Watch
तो
कर
yeah,
अपन
yeah,
लेकिन
preparing
party
for
कब दे रहा तू?
for the new map?
I'm
already?
watching Valorant after a long time.
I mean, the thing is, like,
Crazy.
we still don't really know how
You're not
Riot's
a
going
Valor
to
player,
handle the
I guess,
map
yeah.
this year. They said that
Watch तो कर अपन
these
लेकिन
maps
party
are
कब दे रहा
rotating
तू?
out, but then
आजा
they also
पुणे जा
said
party
that
देता.
now we're going to go to what, like 2
आजा
months
पुणे.
for a map rotation.
मैं मुंबई
But
नहीं आ
that
रहा.
might just apply to ranked. They said there was going to be some, I don't know,
Mhm.
announcement about for competitive, maybe, I don't know. So I think I'm
आपको
at that
मटका तो
point
नहीं
right
ना?
now
हाँ.
where I feel like this year is probably
That's-
already going to be very crazy just because
धूल क्यों
we're
लग
sort
रहा
of
है
at a big meta reset. We had maybe the biggest
okay.
patch we've had since, I don't know, like 2022, as far
Yeah.
as like shaking things up with like the smokes and some of the duelists, and we know that there's Harbor and Deadlock nerfs coming. So at this point,
Guys,
planning
आपको
for
मालूम है क्या?
anything
All
is
gamers
kind of
China का
pointless.
Ascension
And
team
so
के
we're just
grand
going to
final
try and
list
work
में
on
आए
the
थे.
fundies and make sure that our basic Valorant gameplay is good, and then we can put that Valorant gameplay on whatever maps
VCR
and
guys
with
अभी.
whatever agent comps we end up having to run.
All right, fair enough. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about the
VCR
stats
है तो
here.
बोल मैं
Now,
आता हूँ
coming
कोई से
into
रोल में.
this game, I think you can tell it's very, very dominating from Global Esports.
Oh
this
shit,
map,
लाइट चार्ट ही
right?
नहीं था.
But what do you think was
कोई मैसेज
was
मैसेज तो नहीं
what
किया
you
ना?
guys
हाँ
did
नहीं,
right
thank you.
to really shut down AG on that map?
Well,
एल तुमने
I
तेरा
think
थोबड़ा देख
we
कैसे?
just did a good job on
कभी तो कुछ अच्छा
playing
बोल
like
ले.
our basic defense pretty well. Like I said, pretty
तब
early
बुरा
on,
गया
was
था मेरे
struggling
में.
to
अच्छा
take
तो है.
A main space just because they didn't really have that gap close, right? They had 2 duelists. Kind of Raze can take space, but usually needs some sort of utility to be thrown for her to actually move
मजाक
forward.
सेट के अच्छा बना.
And yeah, they just weren't able
W.
to get through the A trap,
अब
which
बोली ना
meant
अच्छी
that
बात.
they were playing a very one-dimensional style in attack. And I mean, after attack, like you said, it was
Bro,
9-3, but
Dash बनने
there's
के
no
पीछे
such thing
देखना
as a
कितने
curse, and
keyboards के
we're not
collection है.
we are going to go back
1
on
2
it.
3 4 5.
But you know what?
Oh,
You know who
plushies
else
के
we want
नीचे.
to talk about right now? I want to talk about Juvenile coming
Plushie or
up
soft guys, I don't know whatever.
onto up here. But I think before we talk to him, I really want to know more about what you thought about that game here. I think for AG, I think the idea
Zappy is
behind having
VC
that
Cummings
Phoenix, I mean,
or
technically
knows?
he's sort of like a pseudo initiator, right? His flashes are pretty good as well. Taking up space, very aggressive. You can use like his ult as sort of like a recon per se to to aggressively take up space, get those picks if you want to, or even just to get info. But coming into this one, what are your
थोड़ा सा
thoughts
इधर करो क्या?
about what we can expect for that? I know that Juvie will be
मेरे
joining,
तरफ.
but just feel free
हाँ,
to speak
ठीक है
as
ना.
he joins the call.
Well, Phoenix
What
is
was I there,
the only 6-cost ult in the game, and I don't think they tried to farm the B orb very much. So maybe do that next time.
Up to you.
Regardless, we
my
also have
suggestion to them.
Juvenile coming up forward here. There we go. Juvenile,
Juvenile,
we talked a bit
W
elevated
coach.
about the pick for the Phoenix from AG. What are your thoughts about that pick? Were you shocked by it? Were you thrown off?
No, so you know what? This match, and they play our comp. But right before this match, like earlier in the month, they had played against this comp and got 13-2'd. So I think they just tried to copy and paste what the team they lost to did, and obviously you can't just copy and paste if you don't understand why they ran things, why they did things, and stuff like that, right? But the second I saw this comp, you pretty much already knew, like, we needed to control B main. That's the important part. Control B main so they can't farm more. That's what we ended up getting an op on B main. We were playing in B main quite a bit. And because it's just just stop Phoenix from farming orb. Don't let him just ult every 2 rounds, and you have a good chance of winning. This is like a pseudo zombie comp. I don't know if you guys remember the zombie comp from Ascent. Basically, it's this comp, but you add Sage as well. So this is just a pseudo zombie comp, and yeah, I mean it's definitely annoying to play against when they get the ults rolling, but they weren't able
क्यों
to
सुन
get
रहा हूँ
the
मैं?
ults rolling because we didn't allow them to farm the orbs easily.
क्या जाता है सुनने में?
Speaking of, I think we talked a bit about duelists and
Let's do something. कुछ और. Valo Geo कैसे खेलेंगे? चलो. Okay. एक बार. भाई. क्या करे जब तक ये सेकंड मैच चालू नहीं होता? Sorry for slow. What is this? चल जा लो वैसे. वेबकैम में अटका है ना? हाँ. वेबकैम बीच बीच में कभी भी अटक जाता है लिटरली. हार्ड पे खेलेंगे. Best map on. Start game.
how do you guys
ठीक है. ये तो इजी है यहाँ पे. किधर है लोटस? ब्रो ओके स्किल का मारा. लोटस यहाँ पे ड्रॉप के जस्ट सामने. गो डेड. नहीं मैं बंद करता.
I will explain to you why. Convince me, then okay, I'll go with what you say, but I do take a lot of convincing. So yeah. It's
so
just
basically
it's
that's
a
you and
progress.
elevated, right?
Yeah, definitely me and elevated. Yeah.
So basically elevated says, hey, let's run a fade Yoru, and then you say no, and then he'll bring out a whole chart to convince you, stats, charts.
Yeah, he brings out a whole chart. It's got a bunch of numbers. I don't really know what they mean, and he just does his best to convince me.
He says,
You know what?
I can't read, so these numbers are nothing to me. We're not running your comp.
Okay, loving the dynamic so far. Now after this, we're gonna go to Haven, which is AG's map pick.
Okay, so
what are
J
your
Global
thoughts so
Esports
far
का
about
मैच
that
पकता है.
map?
समझा.
Yeah, obviously we haven't showed our best selves on Haven. Hopefully today you see a better version of us today on Haven, and good luck.
All right, thank you so much, Juvenile. Let's go back to the desk, and now my question will be going. We'll go
Go get him,
to
Tiger.
Elevate. Okay, now Elevate. I want to ask you about your Haven. I think word on the vine is just tweeting out here on the apps about what your Haven is. So what have you learned so far in the past few days you've played on that map, and have you guys had time to fix
Bro,
it?
ये वाला meme देखा है? Chill guy.
Yeah, so I think
Just a kill, chill
we've
guy.
actually it's weird. Like Haven was one of our best maps in scrims, honestly. So when we played and lost on it, it was just one of those things where we were definitely just kind of stage frightened a little bit. Like we were just not making the decisions at the speed that we do in scrims. We were not taking the chances that we were doing in scrims, and we weren't listening to each other well enough. I think that we're going to see a good Haven today, because I think actually maybe not the last 2 times we played it. Certainly the first time we played it was the first map that we had played. So I think after just running them down on that last map, that we're going to come into this next one wanting to kind of run them down again, unless they play something like super absurd. If they play standard, I think we're going to steamroll them. If they play
Next
something
up is
weird,
Heaven,
maybe it'll take us a little bit of time to figure it out.
which is AG's
The
map
biggest thing
pick.
for us is just we have to do our attack correctly. And so far,
Let's see
that we've
कौन
played
जीते.
Haven
AG का
in
map pick है
these
तो
show
probably
matches,
AG में
our
strong
attack side
होगी.
has just been really it has not been well coordinated. Let's just put it that way. It's like we're just not doing the default correctly. We're not like taking the right space at the right time. We're a little bit like too frazzled by what's
India
going on in the game to actually
166 for 0. Damn bro, India अच्छा खेल रही है.
That's
BJT
fair, and I
में
think it's really important as well. This is why, you know, face-off happened, right? It's for you guys to just have an idea of what it's like to play a bit more under pressure. Again, it's a glorified scrim, but the stakes are definitely there. You have all eyes on you. You are showcasing the first time you're seeing GE play as well. And I think the players having stage fright, I think it's a good thing that you guys are sort of like exposing them to this stage fright very, very early, because it's going to be very different as you go
LR को
on to
देखते
the big
परफॉर्मेंस
stage
देखते हैं
as well.
कैसा खेल रहे हैं
And now, speaking of, you know, going on to the big stage, I'm sure that you know that for a lot of the players for, you know, for tier 2, for like Naos and
Load
stuff like
क्यों नहीं
that, they mostly play from home. They have like a LAN maybe during like Ascension toward the end of toward the end,
नहीं आया
so they
अभी
don't
तक
really have that exposure.
एनालिटिक्स
But
नहीं आया
how do you think you're gonna quickly help
Scores भी
them
update
get
नहीं हुआ
adapted? Because you know, once the season starts, they're gonna be
Okay.
hitting the ground running, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we definitely wanted to go to some international events like in the off season, get some reps on stage, but just because of, you know, the time it took to put the team together and visas and travel and all that stuff, you know, like management stuff that just like has to happen for the team to actually be there in Korea for the season, made it impossible scheduling wise. But you know, I think these guys will adapt quickly. It'll definitely be weird. But they've also, you know, even just coming to our boot camp and playing at the boot camp is already kind of a weird experience for them, I'm sure, just because they've, you know, like you said, been in their own setups at their own rooms for a while, so they're already getting
still
that
waiting for the
practice.
second map to
And
start
you know, maybe we'll see a little bit of sort of like the stage
Shouldn't lag
nerves
हो
in
रहा
the first couple of weeks. It's definitely possible, but if you are well prepared, a lot of the times the
lag हो रहा
nerves
है क्या
kind of
stream
take care of themselves because you can just fall back on habits that are
अब
good.
मेरे को तो ठीक ही चेक दिख रहा है
Yeah, I think at one point you just
मेरे इधर
definitely
से तो
just start
कोई
to get
lag नहीं
used to
है
it. But for now, let's go into
Probably check on
the
internet.
agent select. Now, I think for a while now, yeah, I knew it. It was gonna be the
Okay, let's go.
the Neon, but a Yoru and an ISO.
Kelly on breach
What's the
ठीक है
vibes?
Patrick on
I
Neon
mean,
again
listen,
Papi
Fnatic plays a comp, people are gonna copy them. Okay, that's the main thing, and so everybody thinks this comp is great because
Wow,
you have two
देखो,
duelists. Everybody
notice
wants to
क्या
play
AG का वो
duelists,
banner उधर
and
था
everybody wants
और
to play
Global
Fnatic
Esports का
comps
इधर
'cause they do all the
Vice
hard
versa.
work, right? They do the innovation, they come up with the stuff, and then everybody else is like, "Ooh, that seems nice. Take that one, and we'll take that one."
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think
mean,
we've already played this comp a couple of times, both in scrims and now. Like the first matchup we played was against this comp on Haven, or no, the second one. When we played Naus.
Let's go finally
And so we've already seen this
Just wait
once,
कर रहे थे
and I think we'll be better prepared for it this time.
and I'll change the title
you
to
know,
Global Esports versus All
there's a
Gamers
reason why
instead
he
of G
named
versus
his
AG
character TLN Premi. I mean, you're playing an ISO. Sorry, what's happening?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see whether he plays like Premier or not. You know, swing.
Yeah.
Swing one tap. Premier would swing one tap
Okay.
this. So
He would, absolutely would. He didn't. He took an orb instead.
I mean
Anyways,
that's like
Kelly,
support
yes.
player aura right there. That is not Premier aura right there. So
Yeah, that's all Premi aura. Let's see if he shoots like Premi though. All three just walking up long, straight onto the side. But look at GE, they're set up for this. Spots out already. Here comes the stun.
Nice,
Poppy
Papi.
good for one.
Nice.
And Kelly is coming from the other end here.
Crazy.
Not a single player from AG was able to do anything about that. Leaving the
तीन
only
लोग
last
साइड में
two
घुसे
players
तीनों के
alive
तीनों
here.
कुछ नहीं कर
Even
पाए
then,
जी
there's
के
a trip onto B, they break it. And Global Esports are preparing to already
Crazy,
rotate
bro.
over.
yeah, I mean that was actually a very nice call from AG. Contacting against a breach comp is definitely good. And you know, luckily for us, Poppy was in the right position to spot just before they got to the back site, because they literally could have just walked in the back site and
Nice.
got Kelly with the stun in his hand if it wasn't for Poppy.
Bro flawless
Dang.
एक
That
भी
was
नहीं मरा
perfectly
विजय
done.
का
Now, honestly, coming into this one, right?
क्या नाम निकाला?
Most of the time when we talk about a Yoru,
और
it's
फोन
sort
क्यों
of like
रखा
a
भाई मेरे को चार्ट
pseudo
पढ़ना है
initiator. You
फोन
have
से
the
तो चार्ट
flash,
पढ़ता हूँ
you have the clone coming up forward. You can also
फोन
run
ही
up
रख
and
दिया मैंने
TP
तो
if you want to. The fact that it walked up like that is kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean it's just pistol around. The biggest thing is that we've got two stuns, right? And on C long lane and A long lane, and really everywhere on this map, those stuns are nasty. So you want to not give them the ability to trigger the trap play.
Spike down mid.
You saw that Sheriff one tap?
No one.
He puts in the hurt. We talked about his
Go back. Cover me, check cover.
pride potential. It's definitely there. He's rendered
Chicken.
solo, finally taken down here by Kelly. Yes, caught just
Kelly?
2 players off guard, playing so
Bro.
carefully with his
Go
opponent's
sit down,
utility
Kelly,
to his
bro.
advantage. But Tian, he has other things in mind. Guardian in
1v1.
hand. Shocked outs
Nah,
forward
he
here.
knows the
Crystal
location.
has to find the right time
Nice
here.
one,
He swings
Krishi.
out, and Crystal
Bro,
with Vandal in
Vandal,
hand.
second
Takes it
round,
forward.
man.
Still a very costly round.
Vandal in the second round. Just
Yeah, I mean,
like,
after the initial
crazy,
duel,
crazy, bro.
this was okay for Poppy to to peek in here, but once he starts missing a couple of those shots and they're clearly running up at him, things are getting a little dicey. So, luckily, we have we've got the APAC aggression that Pacific teams are known for, but we also were smart enough to import one European who plays like relaxing, very fundamentally sound. Boring Valorant. We need a little bit of boring Valorant on this team to balance things out.
I really gotta give it to you, Rushi. You really got a very, very funny assistant coach. I like it.
I'm just the
Patrick
vibe guy.
Hugh
That's
here.
all.
All right, Patrick Hoop playing very aggressive, but we have Tian kind of having an idea that the rest of the team will kind of push up long. So they're just trying to suss out what they can here, pull out any utility if they can. And they already got a shock dart out as well. But still, Talon Primi, or Suki, as his legal name goes. It's going to be immediately spotted out here by that drone, but it's great because they haven't made space at all. He rolls out, he breaks the shield, but Crystal
Patrick
find one,
tried.
Kelly yes as well. And
Whoa.
job's done. That's all that Patrick Wu had
bro,
to do,
kitna?
was just become that annoying player that the
Bro,
Crosshairs
aim
have
in
to
में
follow
पूरा
while his
अच्छा था
teammates
game तो
shoots from
खत्म हो
behind.
गया.
Yeah, a little unlucky that his first point of contact
Bro,
was the
considering whether
shielded ISO. This is
G are
definitely something
defenders
that
or
I've noticed
attackers
a
because
couple
just
times
like
now where
defending maybe
the
pushing.
Neon Bucky is
30
hard
seconds
countered
left.
by this ISO shield. And so he slides in expecting the insta kill, dies in
Nah,
response. But yeah, this is going to be
he got
a
away
pretty
with it too,
good
bro.
bonus round regardless of what happens here, but maybe Yudo can make this even more expensive.
Last player
Right,
standing.
they spotted him already.
Nice one.
One player
No,
down
he
already.
doesn't know. Now he
Idea
knows.
where that player is. He gets reconned all the way to hell. Moves out the way
Nah.
here. His movements are good. And Udotan,
Bro.
with only a guardian in hand, is going to be converting the bonus.
क्या crazy round लगी ये.
We like to see that as a coach. I mean, the initial brawl here was nicely executed. Obviously, like I said, a little unlucky hitting the ISO with the Bucky slide. But we brawled. Crystal got out. A little unfortunate here that they get 2 without any trade, but Yudo able to take advantage of the fact that Sova didn't take that one shot as he came into the site and ends
Yeah.
up giving Global Esports 2 1v1s, and Yudo's not going to lose either of those.
One thing Udo has is not losing those aim jewels, and that's honestly massive. Today is looking good. Please ask him his routine. Wake up, brush teeth, whatever. Because I want to aim like him as well.
Exactly. Detailed notes.
Speaking of detailed notes, look at that. He's just swinging up here, playing off the util. After shot just to move them out the way as well. Unfortunately, they did not
Garage से push हो रहा
check
है. Nice
garage.
Patrick bro.
But for GE, they have all areas and bases covered here.
No.
Elias in the corner, a flash forward there, but the Yoru will find him in the end. Poppy, all night
Nice,
going
nice,
top here.
nice,
Sprays
Poppy.
is good for
Okay,
one, but not
fair
enough for more. But
What
the
a son.
Sova RG
Shall let's do
YNB
winnable. Winnable
player
for G.
has been massive. He's been putting up the numbers. He's been great at getting these multi-frags. Just dwindling down the numbers and advantage that GE has.
How the heck is the spike here? I'm not entirely sure how they made it all the way up on C without the spike.
2 minutes guys. Black
But a little problematic for AG that GE is able to have 2 players watching this. This round has been a little bit of a mess from both teams so far. Some whiff shots, some like weird kind of individual plays being made from both teams. But if GE can close this out, a win is a win.
No. When he knows.
Straight there.
Nice one, Castle.
Not priming.
Primi, not Primi.
Yeah, Primi wins those.
Not my priming.
Cassius क्या है
Hashtag.
bro? Primi, not Primin.
Give the guy a break. I mean,
Nah, I mean, okay, let's talk a little bit more about this comp here. I mean, you did say it was a Fnatic comp, and there's a reason why it worked out for Fnatic, but what has been the problem so far for this team?
I think without, giving this team too much help as an assistant coach, I think they probably just need to do a better job of actually like taking important map control. They've been kind of letting GE dictate the pace of the rounds. And we're going to see GE walking down middle here again, taking space away from them. It becomes very obvious where your opponents are going if you have control of the rest of the map,
Fake TP.
Yeah. A will be the area of contention this time. They can't see anything, so the whole team is just gonna back away for a little bit. Has an idea that GE might have a lurk somewhere nearby, and it is Patrick Wu here. They swing and they're gonna fall.
Bro, he knew already I
Wu,
backstab
you
him.
don't expect the duelist to be somewhere here, but Patrick Wu
Actually,
has been
Patrick
doing
Wu
a
is
great
the
job
one.
of positioning himself in areas that people would not expect him to be.
Yeah, now this is going to force AG basically just to go forward here without their Sova to re-clear the map. They're going to go right into the teeth of Global Esports retake.
He's walking up here. He is praised.
No,
The flashes
no,
are
no,
good
no,
here.
Bugatti
The
Baron
trades
are
are awesome. Yoru looks good. And so does the other members of AG. Crystal forcing a 1v2 here. They have a recon, but will immediately be countered by that Nero bot.
Okay.
Trying to see if he could just fake out the info if he could.
30 seconds
Heaven
left.
side will be where he's trying to go for
Spike
here. Shock darts
planted.
just to delay that plant. And he goes again.
Location
Putting
revealed
in
like
their tip
crystal
damage, but where are the other two? They planted so close underneath him. No
Ichi.
idea where everyone is. He jumps a little bit more aggressively forward. The wall bangs up.
Okay.
Teammates. Now the position's not
Nice.
They're all the way out to heaven. He's sharp as ever. One more player. And it's a Cypher.
There's no idea where this guy
Will be
is.
tagged.
Bro, he doesn't know.
In the
Oh,
corner,
no.
and he completely
Very
gets him
nice try.
while reloading.
Honestly, yeah.
Tian, sharp and calm as ever.
Yeah, nice one. Using the calm name and the Tian name. I see that. Respect. Caster respect right there. Yeah, Yoru is really good in these brawling situations where things are getting chaotic. You could be teleporting around, you could be flashing, your clone might run out of a smoke. Just super strong, ends up having a really nice flash out of the smoke, kills two players, kind of sets the advantage for AG that they're able to just barely trade out there at the end.
Watch out! I'm out of here.
Rushing up forward here, forced out the way as well. Immediately, we also have him taken up here into the kill contract. The aim duels are unfortunately not winning here. Primi is online, in fact. As from one end here, we saw a judge in the hands of the Yoru. Crystal, waiting for the right time. Shock crash is clear up close. Bit more pressure to come through here. Eats a bit of damage. His shield will regen eventually. It does.
Regen shield, though. Yeah,
That's what he
regen
expects
shield's
it to
good
do.
against chip damage like that.
Trip have a hard time breaking through this trip as well. As soon as he breaks it,
Oh no, there's one.
he's hard to
Calm
as
is already
well.
there.
Tian very aware
Calm
that
knows
he's
his
there.
location.
Gonna be using that cage, and he decides to
Chalo
not really
is
go for it.
correcting back.
In fact, pulling the recon all the way to the backside here. But still, they have to breach a site here. Kelly's rendered solo as well. The swing, pop and swing by Urutan is sharp as ever. With a fall here, finally.
Hey,
Here comes the
yeah, the
Hunter's
other
Fury just to
both
buy
landed.
some time. 1, 2, 3 swing. And finally, the other
Nah.
members will fall.
Not around,
But
not around.
the Tian
Kani kani.
show here, and we're just in
It's
this
just
show.
photo.
Yeah, Global
Other
Esports,
match
though, I
was
think
like, well,
honestly
half-
pretty happy
half
to
time
get the
been away
Hunter's
with that
Fury and the Yoru ult and the kill contract out in that round. The ult cycle should definitely favor them going forward. I know Kelly has the Rolling Thunder, and there might be another one for Global coming up here very soon if they don't have it already.
More than half the matches remaining.
Yeah.
We got
I
this.
think that was a really
Shut
good
it.
round for AG as well. They really took their time trying to breach into the site as well.
You're
Good
just a chill
reads
guy.
all
You're
around,
just
and I
chilling
think
because you
they had
trust
a
in
good
Global
idea,
Esports.
that
True
Urutan
that.
would be going for that flank as well. Urutan tried to kind of play it, but it's really hard to. There is a trip as well.
Bro,
As soon as
they
he gets
can't, they can't.
hot, so wasn't able to come to just really execute what he wanted to do. But this time around, we have our talent Primi here up on side. Urutan is playing a more aggressive game, and he's not done. Now chip damages all around here. The shield does get broken, and Urutan will be very happy that Neural Theft gives away all the positions of AG. So it is enough to just really convince them to just move back here and not really commit to this face-to-face fights, at least with a disadvantageous number.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like how Global is sort of stopping this double duelist comp before they get ready to actually like utilize the double duelist power, right? Because when you have a bunch of sort of aggressive tools, they usually are going to win in aggressive situations. But if you can stop them from being able to play aggressively by hitting them before they hit you, you can really kind of turn a comp that should be running you over on attack into something that really struggles to take any sort of momentum.
You can see just Patrick who moving on to A site just to give a bit more
30 seconds
support
left.
to his teammate. But the other members of AG, you have their duelist already on to B just to catch them in the mid of this rotation. Poppy is there though, but already breaching that site. Poppy falls. Udotan with the pressure onto that cage itself will eventually go down as Kalia is quick to trade him down.
Nice.
Kalia watching his
Kelly goes
corner.
to three, Patrick, come on.
Perfection falls
Nice,
finally.
Patrick.
Patrick with the overdrive will
Patrick,
completely
you come,
run over the
whatever,
other
you come
members
for
of
the win.
AG, and GE goes back to the front seat.
After
Yeah,
two
and they
consecutive
were able to
losing
hold on
rounds,
to the Rolling
they're
Thunder.
back.
More importantly, honestly, they're winning these rounds without having to invest their best retake ult, and that is going to be very problematic for AG because now, even if they have a good round brewing where they like get onto site, maybe have a couple of kills, this breach ult can just easily set up a retake that could completely, steal the momentum back in the round.
Still, Crystal will be the one to take this ult orb. 2 off his Hunter's Fury now. Poppy, he's ready to play off Udotan. Immediately the Paranoid comes out. They back off here, but Udotan's not done. Breaks it, still gets one through the clone. And that's massive. One duelist down, some firepower out the way, but then we all have a
Protect
kill
him.
to happen on the side. Udotan here, taking one out. He goes for 2, can't do more than that. Tia is sharp, but so is our talent Timmy. They get the spike here. They know they have an advantage, at least for one player. Patrick 2 still very much alive, but the swing out by their ISO is phenomenal. And Crystal forced back in a 1v3. He's deciding that it's not worth taking that fight.
Yeah, I think this is the correct decision. If he can hold on to this rifle,
Crystal got a save, no other choice.
Economy is a little bit rough for both teams at the moment, just because it's been kind of back
है
and
क्या
forth
chat पे
over
तो
the last
बताओ
4
ना अगर ये
rounds.
गेम का साउंड और माइक का साउंड अच्छा रहेगा नहीं.
Crystal, I'm just
Or should
gassing
I
you up,
increase or decrease
guy.
something?
That's the
Nah,
caster curse. Welcome to the caster
Yeah.
curse.
5-3.
Yeah, he had a long time to survive though, so
Technical timeout.
unlucky.
इसका तो
Maybe
गया.
you shouldn't be gassing him up. I bet if you didn't gas him
नहीं.
up, he would have survived.
ठीक है.
I mean, true. You were dogging on Poppy, and he was popping off. So, Crystal, what are you doing?
Back to flaming.
You silly,
ना किसी का भी गेम नहीं है.
silly boy.
Well,
I don't know.
now we
I'm
know why
trying to keep
coaches
it
flame.
PG.
Okay, I think we need a comms video to really find out what the comms are in the off season. Guys, head on over to the YouTube channel of Global Esports. I'm just kidding. But honestly, it still looks very good here. I think for compared to the last few days that you guys have been playing Haven, is looking a little bit more, I would say, decisive on how you play, how you take fights. Is not really head on, and it's a nice push pull in my opinion.
Yeah, we're definitely not afraid from making plays and getting aggressive. We've seen it several rounds in a row now where we're challenging them before they can really set up their attack.
किसी का तो technical issue हो रहा है.
This double duelist comp really likes to go see long and then like teleport into backside with the Yoru and run up with the ISO and the shield and the barrier moving forward.
Timers
And if you don't shut down their C long stuff, it can be really hard to stop the momentum, especially once they get the ult rolling. As we've seen, the ISO ultimate is insane, right? It basically just lets you pull anybody from anywhere on the map into a situation where like the map immediately becomes a 4v5 because your team can just run up and scale on that person. So yeah, the Yoru ult and the ISO ult together are just crazy tools to deal with. So you have to make sure that you're not giving them too many opportunities to just use those on you, especially on a 3-site map where it's hard to get your stats correct.
Let's go.
Coming in here, so coming into scrims, I think as from a point of view of a viewer, as a fan,
Paris,
How
welcome to
do
the stream.
real scrims
Orcal,
go? Do
bye.
you guys
Welcome to the
actually
stream,
go
bro.
to 13,
Kaise ho?
or do you guys ask the other team to do a certain to help you guys play in a certain way? How does that go?
Yeah, time is back.
Well, yeah, you definitely you always play out all rounds just because
Globally, Esports
if,
doesn't have
let's
the
say a team is
creds. They have to
stomping,
save.
you know, in scrims, you'd only get to play half the map every time. That's not very efficient. So scrims just go to 24. It doesn't really matter who wins. You're just trying to practice as much of your attack and defense as you can, get as many reps in as possible.
You hear that, chat? Scrim bucks don't matter.
What's up, Parth?
It's true.
Take this.
You gotta translate it into real results.
Shortcut.
Yep. So
Real
results
bucks.
here, Primi. That is early pickoffs there, punishing one member of Global Esports so early, and because of that, immediately AG decides to make a beeline for the A side. But look at Udotan's positioning here. He's playing with his cam. One peek forward is
Nice,
perfect. The flash is
Oh,
so
headshot
good.
is low.
But Kelly
Nahi,
will have to
they're
pick up the
already
pieces
pushed.
here, but not able to. The other members of AG just completely swarming
Nikal sakta
the
tha
site,
Udotan.
and
Nice
GE
fun battle.
finds themselves from the defense to attack. From attack to defense, excuse me, the other way around. They've gotten one already. Poppy. He's trying to spot out one member here. As player.
Bobby knows his location.
Good to spot out one. Gonna relay the information to his teammate, a drone as well, just to move them out the way. Paranoia up forward here, and it just sets up Patrick, who
Right,
for
man.
success. And he's trying to swing it. He wall bangs it. Unfortunately, not getting the pickup he wants.
Nah.
All members
Done.
looking at him. Poppy down, and so is Patrick.
Bro
Who,
got stuck
and we
in
are
the
down
shot.
to a 5-4 AG catching up.
First क्या
Yeah,
था
pretty
उसका
dangerous
option
there.
ही
I
था
do like
कुछ.
what GE did though, putting the Vandal on the Neon and also buying the Neon a regen shield because it really kind of maximizes the amount of damage he might be able to put out in the round. Makes every situation dangerous. You know, this is a game where ecos are already hard
Bro,
to beat
ऐसे
just
कौन camera
because
angle रखता
of
है?
utility, and you know some agents have
Bro, ये
weapons
किधर
for
है?
ultimates or other abilities, and you ought to just really respect teams no matter what their buy situation is like.
2 minute guys, very
Patrick
rapture
Hu doing
webcam बंद
the
कर रहा
same
हूँ.
thing again, and this time with op in hand. They peek, they fall. I'm so sure he was about to get collateral there, but he's not about to find out if he can get more here. His teammates meeting up with him, reconvening. 1, 2, 3, peek. Saw a bit of that shield and decides
yes,
he's
let's
not
go.
worth it. Does not want to lose the op this early at the very least.
Yeah, Patrick,
Rolling
who is
Thunder
this guy?
activated.
The discipline's crazy.
Crazy shot.
Insane, and so is Crystal as well, playing that off angle on Graffiti.
Bro, घुसने का
He's
मौका ही
gonna
नहीं
go
दे
for another
रहा.
peek as well.
Clone था.
Breaks the clone immediately
Oh.
on that side already, but look
Gets
at this
started.
friendship. The trades are true. Kelly yes and Crystal playing off each other to perfection. Living player on his own.
There was no way
and
Suar was
Crystal to
pata.
wrap the whole
Suar
round
क्यों
with a
उसका उसका
bow.
नाम क्या है? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm really liking how together we're playing. Like you just mentioned, there's not a lot of opportunities for AG to get ones, which is really good to see because every time that we lose a player, we want to make sure that we're trading that out. And so far, so good on this map for the most part.
You know, coming into this one, it looks, and again, that friendship, right? Immediately how Patrick Hu falls, immediately you have Kelly S on the other angle, trading him out. And as soon as Kelly S falls,
Bro,
you have
उसका
Crystal
keyboard
on the
क्या
other
monitor
end.
के
It's
नीचे है?
almost upon layers. I'm not too sure how exactly you guys have managed to set it up, but it's great.
Yeah,
Bro,
I mean,
match
honestly,
the
I think it just came
call.
through the recruiting process.
Already started.
We made sure that we picked
Come
players
on,
that
show the
just
match.
seemed like, you know, good communicators, chill players. Neither one of me or Juvenile wants to deal with drama. You know, it's not fun to have players causing problems in the team, and so both of us are pretty mellow, and we want our players to be pretty mellow as well.
कोई भी नहीं मिला इसको वर्ल्ड में.
Not too sure if the kill contract got anyone here, Poppy. The backside will be taken
Nice.
up quickly by that shorty. Now on the backside, Udotan gonna find himself face to face with
I'll
two
do my
players of
shorty,
AG
watch it.
and finally falling here. Global Esports could not hold on to their defense. Will eventually fall.
Battery
Patrick
good,
Hu,
nice.
You gotta give it to this guy. Nerves of steel.
Location
Just
real हो गया.
peeking out like that. And even then, he's still trying to see if he can get any
push up
value by anyone trying to challenge him. But then we have our Premier player here. Just play a little bit more aggressive. As for GE, they're saying, okay, we erase the right flag. We concede. It's time to go for a save.
Yeah, no real utility to make this happen with the operator as well. You know, of course, just as I'm talking about how well we're playing together, play around, that's fundamentally
करना
not that
पड़ेगा एक
great.
और round.
Just in terms of
ऑप्शन नहीं है, 2v4 नहीं निकल
Pastor
पाएंगे.
Curse, I'm telling you right now, as soon
Yeah,
as you
यहाँ
get
नहीं
to
निकल
Pastor
पाएंगे,
Mike, it's
से हो
over.
रहा. चल.
well, luckily I won't be casting
check it,
any
nice
of my
round,
team's
nice round.
games this year, so you won't have to worry about cursing too long.
What about Coach Curse? Does that happen?
In the half.
Hopefully not, because I'm sure I do that all the time.
Time
if
out.
so.
किसने लिया? Gee. ठीक है, they might cook something up.
Now, what are you thinking here? What's your thought process about what these few rounds have been going? Your team has been going through.
Currently, I'm thinking,
chat
why
के
is
अनुसार.
Unisson doing product placement for Monster? I don't think they're one of our sponsors, so not a fan of that. We charge for those things, but as far as the game goes, I'm honestly pretty
Last match
happy
का
because
analytics
I
लोग है
think,
क्या?
like I said, this has been one of our better maps in scrims,
Nope, not
and
yet.
so far we haven't won it. In
Oh,
these,
एक और
in these
match
face-off
remaining है ना, I
matches.
guess,
So
if
it's
I'm not
nice to
wrong.
see us, not starting too slow, not falling way behind,
Orangutan के साथ
fighting
2-0,
against
now
a
उसके साथ
aggressive comp
2-1
and
आ
fighting them
रही.
with confidence.
Reratam के साथ 2-0
Yeah, I would
जीती
like to
थी.
see us get out of this half with
वो मैं
a
इसको कल देखा था.
7-5. That would be super
कल नहीं
nice.
परसों, yeah.
And then we can just go ahead
कल का वो
and
watch ये आज
kind
का
of,
मैं
I think,
कल होने
do
वाला
what
था
we do
लेकिन
best,
but
which
due to
is
some issues,
play
schedule
a good
changing,
default
आज हो
game
रहा
and
है match.
allow teams to make mistakes into us.
So yeah, hopefully कल एक और match होना चाहिए.
About his call out about his
So we'll
rank,
watch
he
party
really
that
pushed
too.
it back.
Good.
Coach Aura is
You
incredible.
can't be giving away free advertising. Everybody needs money in esports. You can't be giving away free advertising.
Esports winter is rough. I'm just kidding. Coming into this one, I'm really liking to see, the amount of impact coming in, especially from Kellyas and Crystal from this map. Being Patrick, who is just doing what he usually does in terms of taking a space and just becoming a human recon to an extent, excuse me.
I say I
But
was
this one
looking
was
for
a
him.
slower start here. GE, you're not having that early contact, not having too much aggression. I mean, at least for
50
Crystal,
we got
at the very
it.
least just peeking long here. But Patrick, who as soon as he peeks,
Nice
he's
shot.
gonna win that. Quick first contact, a jump peek forward. He's gonna try to see if he catch anyone again. Breaks that cam as well. And now for AG, they're thinking, okay,
Nice shield, bro. I saw shield बहुत irritating होता
that
है
peek out
for
to
you.
right. The team is just insane. Tian falls as well. There's no shield to protect the ISO this time. And with the shield, he's just gonna move backwards.
Shield नहीं है, he will probably fall back.
Yeah, I
he
love how
is.
tenaciously he played that. He was not going to let them have any space for free and punish them every time they tried to peek. That was not to their advantage. So love to see that from Patrick, who just playing the position to perfection,
Okay, just
giving us
knows.
a huge advantage in this round. Like I said, 7-5 half. Let's go. Make it happen, guys.
Yes, Papi नहीं छोड़ रहा.
They might.
Yeah, they know.
That activated already. Spots out all the members of AG as well. Hunter's Fury to delay that plant and in fact tagging one of the players.
30 seconds left.
Crystal Cult से आता अभी.
Lots of time to work with, but they need to make sure they can get onto the site before they prepare for that post plant. They push up forward here.
Nice.
Gonna get 2 here from GE, 1 for Poppy, 1 for Kelly.
जैसे
Damage is
Patrick निकालता ना कोई ना कोई तो
despite
निकलता और
all
राउंड
the
निकलता भाई.
efforts made by Suki.
Patrick को कल निकला मतलब राउंड
Yeah,
निकला.
very nice. I mean, once Patrick Hu does this on C long, the round should be over. Basically, like I would say,
As I
this
told-
is like a situation you
Joe
should win
Gasher and Moravi.
95 to 98% of the time, if not even higher. And we've definitely had some problems.
85 to 90% of the time. जैसे Patrick Gold निकलता है राउंड
So
निकला.
it's nice to see us just convert cleanly.
Sound
The
fine, not bad.
coordination of the collapse with Udaton on the flank there was really nice, and it's just sort of like expected result, but also it's a relief to actually see it happening, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it really does. Let's walk me through what the calling on the team sounds like. Is it like fully just a call from the IGL, or do you guys have like a second caller?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
So
Let's go 7-5.
yeah, Kelly
second half.
definitely is the main guy. He's
Let's see all
usually,
gamers क्या
we
करते
give
हैं.
him like
Yeah,
we've
Festival
specifically
Global
given
Esports lead
him,
में
you know,
रहेगी.
the
Let's see.
space in the pre-round to make sure everybody's on the same page. But then Crystal and Udaton
No.
are both very vocal players also. So
Bro literally peaked.
they give a lot of really good
Outside the people.
information. They give a lot
Oh.
of good sort of other options.
मरना ही था चार लोगों के सामने peak देगा तो.
And sorry, I was gonna say, you know who's not vocal? It's Patrick, who just walks up and shoots people in the face, mutes his mic, and does a play.
It's true. You know, sometimes we're like, Mark,
Bro.
Mark, you're muted.
No.
And then he comes back, blows our
Chaos.
eardrums out with like
Chaos,
200
pura
times
chaos.
volume for some reason. You know, just
क्यों करना
classic,
था?
classic stuff.
Yeah. Now, all eyes for GE will
Bro
be
tried
going
to give
that
us gun,
Silong
but
area.
bro
There is
couldn't.
one trip just to really trip them off if they can. Tian takes quite a
Three
half of that
people on the
shot down.
side.
Actually, Patrick Hu gonna walk
Oh,
straight into
what
that
stream?
Kelly by Kong.
Okay, नहीं मेरा ही है. My bad.
Quick for that as well. Swings out forward there, but there is still the Omen to work with. He gets two, in fact, for finally being shut down by Kalias, leaving only their Sova alive. In a 1 versus 3, we've seen miracles happen, but so
अकेला
far,
सो ही बचा है. Wait, क्यों?
our GE has been clean with how they play with each other. Look at this crossfire they have. Look how far back they're playing. 2 from long, 1 from garage. He crosses. There's nowhere he can look to try and stay alive. But he's gonna try though. Player
बदल
shot
गया.
that forward, but Udotan was completely ready for him, and they
और
go to
बच्चे
an eight.
क्या रे ज़ाबी वापस आ गया?
Yep, love that.
बच्चे तू भी
Just
कर
really
casting.
good.
भाई
You know,
only to है
full
casting.
commitment into the backside. That's one of the situations
करता
where
है अभी.
if you don't just really clear out that backside, you could give way
क्या
too
है
much
बच्चा
space
बच्चा
to the
लगा करेगा?
defenders
What is
to
this
go in for the
behavior?
retake, but we went in together. We kind of just ran over the backside players, took full control, and also, I mean, the initial duel putting us in a 5v4 advantage at the beginning of the round.
Whoa,
so
whoa, wait.
there too.
Man, it's looking really good right now for the team as well. I mean, you did projector 7-5, that happened, and now the pistol in hand as well. And AG really
No
needed that.
control.
They haven't found a way to deal. It was not really aggression either. It's just positioning for GE, right? That really good post plant, how quickly and how decisively they played together just to make sure that they can secure those rounds. It's massive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and this is the thing. We do this a lot in scrims. You know, we do this a lot outside of the public eye, and so it's nice to see us sort of like doing the things that I've been watching for the last month and a half, which have been, you know, a little hit or miss so far in the games that we've played.
You can see how they execute on the side as well.
Spike
How
planted.
you have Kelly
Bro,
with the flash,
five
paranoia as well,
both-
just to completely
5v5 alive
overwhelm
and planted.
all the
Damn.
players of AG on the site. But this time around, AG was not there. Everyone was home. Free site already. They know where Wadi is.
He got
They already spotted out the players
location
of
मिल गया दो
AG
लोगों का
coming
तो.
in from in front of garage as well. Immediately, they have that layer number 2, which is going to be that that cage from the cipher. Udo-tan was there, ready and waiting. Someone crosses, they will fall.
Bro
Lock in
5
hand.
अभी तक 5 लोग जिंदा है.
Might be hard to deal with. They go aggressive here. Udo-tan tries to
Patrick,
challenge, will
whoa,
fall.
okay.
Patrick Hu from the backside
Nice.
here. The sprays are massive.
No
but
time, no
the
time
thing about
left.
the Sheriff is that one tap to the head is all they need. Alongside completely
Bro,
in
what
their
to-
control. And with Crystal, that outlaw is all they need, even a call at. That is
Vandal भी
disgusting.
इधर bro.
Yeah, all gamers were a little hesitant. They're trying
Okay,
to
second
get
round
into
नहीं
CT. We kind of stuffed them there. They went all garage, and it's just too small of a choke
कहते
point to really
game
get through
over.
effectively. So
Yeah, लगी
basically
game
ran
over
out of
जाएगा
time
9-5
before
है.
even getting onto the site. At that point, it was just a
ज़ाबे
nice
कुछ सीखे
conversion for
पैट्रिक को से
GE.
कैसा नियॉन खेलता है. VLT वाला किधर गया व्हाट?
Curious.
ये नियॉन है ना
Very,
जी
very
पैट्रिक हूँ
curious
वही है.
how that-
वो
that
VLT
went, that
योकम वो
outplay.
वही
It's
था.
just like, it feels like for GE,
No matter.
it just feels so natural how they move together, how they play off each other. It's looking good right now. I think that can set a big expectation
man.
on what we can expect from the beginning of the season.
ये
Again,
ना
all eyes
नियॉन
are onto
G
C long
Patrick
area.
को.
Tian this time has positioned
वही है
themselves
वो
in a
कल
little bit
वाला
more passive position.
VLT वाला.
Yeah, one of the big things about this Fnatic comp is they tend to dedicate a huge amount of resources to A because they don't have that breach stun to stop the
उसको क्यों
line.
हाथ लगा रहा
And
है?
so a lot of the times there will just
नाम
be
change कर
3,
दिया
even
उसने
4
guess.
players at A, which makes potentially exploring C pretty good. As we do see the Yoru teleport over there, but now AG has to figure out, okay, what's the actual setup that we need to get into? They're pretty limited on
पूरा स्लैट खेल
utility,
रहा है अभी
or
तो.
info utility, just the Sova and the Cypher. So if they can't get the
Sure.
stack correct with this comp, it's going to be really
पेपर
difficult
शो
for them to
सकता
convert
है
rounds.
नहीं.
Gotta go.
क्या कर रहे हैं?
There's like a utiled up between both teams
कभी
there.
एक सी पे है फिर एक.
Cages,
Uh-oh.
Okay, garage push.
Uh-oh, I don't like
Follow up
this.
here.
No, not the judge. Not the judge.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh man, the judge
Buzz, yeah.
is able to find Patrick Hu, but Kelly S.
1
Good
for
as
1
ever
trade.
to find that trade. Tian will eventually be noted. Moves
Cypher
plays
knows
with
the
his
location.
cage to perfection, juking every single shot. Takes out for his teammates.
Mal bang नहीं हो
Damage
रहा
for the
हाँ.
shock dart. Kelly S.
Bro,
surviving
how
by the
did he
skin of his
survive?
teeth there.
Okay.
But Tian finally finds
Abhi goes
Poppy.
down.
Positioning has been noted, at least for the one inside of garage. They can completely crunch them in there if they want to as well. And get the defuse here. They're gonna get it.
bro.
Not
No
too
way,
sure what
this is-
happened there. GE, what was the breakdown?
Bro, try tak nahi kar.
Honestly, not sure. Maybe we just didn't hear them tap. I don't know.
ऐसे
That
कैसे
was a
हो
little
गया
bit bizarre. I mean, it was going to be a tough conversion anyway.
ऐसे कैसे
was
diffuse हो गया? What?
bonus round for GE, but yeah, Yudaton was on
ठीक है,
like the
bonus ही
longest
था.
flank of all
All
time,
good.
and so it was basically a 4v5 for the entire round. Get in the gym, son. Get those
Just
track legs
chill,
running. You need to be a little bit
just
faster on the
chill.
map next time.
Position set up here. It
ठीक है.
does give dividends there for the player. But for now, we
Oh
do
no, not
have
the judge
Vladi
again.
playing a more aggressive angle here. He's been doing numbers with that judge, and he's been playing very carefully with his teammates as well. One player for the backside just to kind of divert attention away from him, make sure that he doesn't get caught out here. Re-smoke as well. Not sure Patrick who actually
Location मिल
has
गया
a challenge
Patrick
as
को
he
है.
might. They pinged one player, but does he actually note the Yoru here in this corner?
Yeah, I think Bugatti Veyron might need to change his name to like Cybertruck or something like that. 'Cause he's not playing like a sleek sports car. He's kind of just playing like a box, just sitting in a corner.
बोलता है बुगाटी फिर इनको Cybertruck में नाम change करना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, but Patrick Hu is going to try and challenge it. Immediate fast lane forward. But he's not going to B side at all. It's just a ruse
B
to
fake करके A पे
move
जा रहा है
all the
वो.
players of AG to B side. Already inside of A. And suddenly it's so hard for AG just breach the area.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, they don't have any big duelist ults, so it's gonna be all on execution for AG to get back in here. GE set up pretty well.
There's the paranoia.
Element in the right spot.
Recon spots one out. There we go. We walk in there.
Bro,
Patrick from
Patrick,
Graffiti, he goes aggressive. 3 members, in fact, as he slides through. That is
Patrick को what?
phenomenal. He's a menace. And AG probably hates seeing him slide forward to them.
Bro, replay दिखाओ.
Absolutely.
वापस
I
से
mean, this is
देखना
one of the reasons we put this guy on Neon, but yeah, Poppy, the unsung
Slide, boom,
hero
3
there.
kills.
Perfect paranoia.
Excellent.
Also, Crystal's drone taking first contact, making sure that we have the timing correct.
Replay दिखाओ भाई, replay दिखाओ.
It's just good. Like good fundamental post plant positions.
Come
No
on,
gaps
replay.
in the defense there of the site, and at that
दिखा दो
point,
यार
we just
replay.
kind of throw our utility and the rest
नहीं
takes
दिखा
care
रहा
of
यार,
itself.
क्या मस्त राउंड निकाला था पैट्रिक को ने.
Here's the conquest, Patrick Poole. Jukes at all that utility.
That feeling,
But his position's noted.
bro, not again.
The rest of
That
AG, they
feeling,
don't
man.
want to find out what sort of aggression comes in hand behind that smoke. So they can
अरे
see
अब वो भाई
moves
उसका
back.
बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक
Same
टुडू
thing they
टुडू
said
टुडू
what
वाला
GE is
याद आता रहेगा
playing
दिमाग में.
Wow, they've got 5 players at A site, including a Yori teleport. So
ठीक है.
firmly believing this is going to be the site. where
3 लोग
GE
एक के
ends.
बाहर.
Looks like GE is going to
Two
run a
लोग
fake
garage के
here,
बाहर.
and we might end up just running directly into the stack, which would be very unfortunate. Go back, guys! No! Listen to me!
Did not spot
Although, if
out
Yudo doesn't
Bro,
see
क्या चल
anything
रहा
here,
है?
he might call everybody back.
ठीक.
But GE, they want to try still go for 8. Oh, it's going to be a bloodbath even. 2 members up onto sewers.
VCD gameplay एकदम VCD
2 on
gameplay.
site, 1 toward B-Link.
Little reverse fake going on here. We show the Sova at garage to try and fake to get A space. No reaction. We show the Sova at A
Bro, why is
to
he
get
pushing?
C
Okay.
space, and
Actually,
works
who?
out perfectly.
पैट्रिक
Oh,
को gets
man.
down.
Thought he was going to be able to do something with
क्यों push किया उसने?
the tag, but unfortunately for them, he's going to fall. It's a great fake onto C, straight on there
ठीक है,
already.
C
Plants
पूरा side
through
मिल
as
चुका
well.
है.
Positions are already set, leaving Crystal in the flank just to make sure if anyone were to cross, he's going to find them. But here comes the rolling thunder.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
GE, they
whoa.
want blood. They are taking space and denying all of it. 18 HP. Urotan has to play a bit more passive here. Tian will quickly try and get to the side itself. Timing is on his side. But for GE, deciding to
Nice
play on the
hold.
C side
अच्छा
itself
hold कर
here.
गया.
Members of AG straight to garage here. All
Hey,
4,
Papi.
in fact. Can he survive the onslaught
Okay,
of numbers
Crystal ने
here?
बचा लिया वरना पापी
Crunch
जाता.
from
Nice
front
करिए.
of garage as well. Kelly, yes, 1 by 1 they peek. They will be
No.
punished here. But for player,
Dude,
Bugatti,
this
excuse
is
me, will go down to find 2. Crystal go
Crystal,
for 1. Can he go for more?
9.
He can't.
Why
They hit
not?
a 10, but AG gets it in the end.
Still 3
Just
rounds के lead में.
in the nick of time.
अरे चंगीड़ा भाई
Yeah,
कैसा
I
है?
thought for a while there,
Good
GE had
morning,
done
भाई.
enough to stall the retake. I mean, I
अरे
don't
भाई
know.
रुक
We
जा,
might want to check
कैमरा
to see if
का
make sure that spike
अलग ही
was
इशू चलता है.
competitive grade because it seemed like it was counting slower than
कितनी
normal.
बार
I
restart
was
करूँ
really
कैमरा
expecting
को?
them to run out of time there with all the delaying utility that GE was throwing. But
Yes, वापस back.
ultimately, good stack from AG. They win the gunfights when they need to, and that
कैसा है भाई
costs
चंगीड़ा?
GE a rolling
Long time no
thunder.
see.
And their economy kind of in shambles here. If they lose this round, they may not have a buy in the next one.
Aggressive here. Keeper smokes.
कोई नहीं इस बार ये पे तो. ये push कर रहे हैं.
On the other side there, GE doing well to just really sort of go for this default here. Clears those corners, shock darts, but that's a lot of util used
Well,
already by
Nani,
AG
how is
this
that, Nani,
early.
bro? Fit and fine.
Yeah, I mean they kind of have to, right? That's what this comp does.
Sure,
they
bro.
need to take aggressive
कब
space
से
because otherwise
line
the
बोल
map
रहा है ये
becomes
तू?
way too open.
Fifth, I guess.
You can't just have a Sova and a Cypher cover 3 sites. It's a little bit too hard on Haven, especially if teams are breaking your utility as a Cypher.
Fifth, हाँ भाई.
So they have to get aggressive. They have to try and make plays.
Australia याद दिला दिया.
Hasn't moved quite yet, playing carefully with his teammate Liu, but gonna go into A one more time. They have the cage up already just to really keep them guessing if it's actually gonna be this
भाई
hit
चाय
here.
पिलाने कब चल रहा
But for
था?
the Sova, he has not been kind of moved at all. He's just not buying any of this because they've just been juked so many times here. Gunny Veyron already coming onto the side as well.
30
Here's the
seconds
footsteps, notices to his teammate, and immediately look at that quick rotate there from B
हाँ
and
भाई
the
तो
Cypher
कर
coming
तो
through as
बोल
well.
मैं आ जाऊँगा
But
अभी
look at
अभी
the
आ
B
जाऊँगा.
line coming in from Global Esports. Once again, it's just a game of
Bro
smokes
एक
and
का साउंड
mirrors.
करके सी जा रहे क्या है ये?
Yeah, this is just a really nice
confused कर
read.
रहे.
They know that the Yori
उनके
here's
चारों
4
लोग
people
यहीं पे
running
थे.
to A,
क्या
so they're
फटाक से
capable of
rotate मार
trying to
रहे हो?
go there, and as a
10
result,
seconds left.
they hit a quick
Crazy.
pivot. Poppy's holding space towards C, and look at this. Yudo
Yeah.
on another massive lurk. Uh-oh.
कौन
Kill
ज़्यादा प्रेमी हो?
contract. Primmy.
Kelly. nah.
Hell yes.
Kelly ult
Fault
में गया.
there. Okay, there was a reason. The aura from Primmy's name is just a bit too much. He wins it. Patrick Hu with the
Huh?
overdrive here. Finds one. Could go for 2. But that's all he can do. Tian
Chiga,
gonna fight him in
nice.
the end. The plan is done. They are prepared for that post plant. A smoke as well. They can't see anything. It's a one-way. Urutan here. Big swings all
Nice.
around. Walks straight into
2v2
Primmy.
post plant.
Or rather Suki's crosshair. Hear the tap here. He tries to go
नहीं,
forward.
ये push कर रहा
Going
है.
here to go for that defuse
Nah.
there. Wins one
Let's
fight,
go.
goes down to Crystal. Crystal,
Crystal,
can you
come
do
on.
this? Time not on AG's side.
Nice.
Not buying
Let's
it.
go.
They get the round 11 in the bag.
Bro,
Global
क्या
Esports
लंबा
one
चला
off
रहा
match
हूँ.
points.
At last, worth it.
Yeah, very nice by Crystal to close that one out. You know,
बोल
he's
भाई, अभी का भी आ जाऊँगा
super,
खिलाड़ी.
super
तो
consistent
बस बोल.
winning these clutches. Another nice 2K with the neon ult from Patrick Hu, and like I said, just a great call from Kelly to do the pivot, or whoever did call that. That's what's one of the nice things about our team is that, like, Kelly will call these, Crystal will sometimes call these, but everybody is allowed to, you know, if you got the play, if you got the perfect read, make the call, and we will listen to you.
Go, go, go.
GE getting active. Definitely a lot more active than the last 2-3 rounds.
We'll op on the A line. Should probably come back and drone this off.
Same tactic करेंगे I guess. एक साइड पे फेक
Meanwhile,
करेंगे
we're just
एंट्री
on
करने
holding
का.
space in middle with all the
फटाक से
Cypher
लेके दूसरी साइड पे
utility.
जाते हैं लोग.
So we don't just walk into the op
Okay,
ramp.
but
Poppy,
Bugatti
come on
Veyron
now.
gets
How many
Poppy.
times have we re-cleared this without?
कितनी बार
Okay,
फेक देखो तो
okay,
मारा है वो.
happens.
क्या happens?
Thankfully for them, they're not getting hit by the second op shot, so Peasants noted. They're still gonna try and fight for this control off sewers. Patrick Hu, he actually just eats all of that recon as well. Positions noted.
BSC
3
जाएंगे मैं
members
sure
already
हूँ.
onto A side. The other 2 members of AG just hovering around
See?
BSC.
ए पे पूरा noise कर लिया. And I'll share
Yeah, we haven't really done a great job of breaking anything towards the C side of the map, so there should be a fairly readable round for all gamers. They've got the
30
2
seconds left.
areas stacked that they want to have stacked at the moment. We're going to drone to try and
No,
pull
I don't
rotations to
know.
A. The timing a little bit weird here,
ठीक है कोई ना.
but maybe
Got the
we have
trade.
enough
नहीं.
to get on the C.
Nasty short. She left scroll against a 2-on-4. You already hear from the
नहीं नहीं
shadows
घुस पाएंगे.
turned on
10
already as
seconds
well.
left.
Off in hand here. Hard to see. Wall bang
नहीं
to
मिला
death,
हाँ,
but
कोई
the
नहीं।
shots from our Suki, sharp as ever. 3 already. And
3
you know
with a
what?
sheriff, bro,
Everyone should change their name
impressive.
to Talon for me. Gives them
Actually,
headshot
man.
buff.
Yeah, he's having a pretty nice map on the ISO. I think what 3-0 with the kill contract so far. Has another one online, so we'll see. I mean, again, if he wants to burn it on the eco just to keep that perfect record, you know, I respect it. Sometimes stats are more important than winning the game. We'll see.
Good right now, understanding what they can get value from for that ISO as well. Just taking these initial fights, winning those aim jewels as well. Patrick, who this time getting active once again from the shadows, activated already. Clears out the backup site. In fact, fast lane already online here. Patrick, who has to play a dangerous game, will eventually be found. But Kelly, yes, the
Papi ko
sheriff,
kahan pe
he puts
nikala
in the
usne?
damage. One player knocked out, and he wants to go again here. Urutan. Gonna move out the
ठीक है
way
क्या
here.
छोड़ता Kelly ऐसे
Okay, kill contract against the
Nice.
sheriff.
This area.
I छोड़ता
Our Suki gonna be finding one. Urotan gonna find the Yoru eventually. But this time around, all gamers
Russell-
not too sure
no,
where to
bro.
go as one by one the members fall here.
Urotan.
Sheriffs in hand. The shots are crispy. Clearly,
Wow.
global esports this year, aimers all around.
bro doesn't know okay
See.
Oh my
he
gosh,
got
the
the same.
timing
wanna
is
go to.
crazy.
True.
really
Timing is
is.
crazy.
crazy time है
Plants as well.
लोकेशन मिल गया
You already
Come
heard
on,
the
easy
shouts
round.
of the
आराम से
battle
खेलो
come through. All eyes on that. They have an exhausting bring up each other
Nice
as
one,
well.
Urotan.
A thrifty, in fact.
Bro,
And
कोई
look
ना कोई
at the
आके
upgrades
clutch
they got
निकल
from this
जाता है।
round.
Match point.
2 with the sheriff
Yeah.
1 with the op
Love
See.
that. I mean, the initial hit didn't go particularly well, but Kelly hits the
यहाँ
nice
पे लग रहा था
trade.
क्या round
I mean, like I
Urotan
said,
with the one.
if they want to use the kill contract to get the perfect
Urotan with the
4-0
two and
record
Urotan
in
with the
1v1
op.
duels, that's
Crazy
fine, but they're
round,
not
bro.
going to win the map if they do so. And so I think right at that point, I was feeling good, but then we win the round on top of it. I mean, I think we close it out this round. We got big ults. The buy is sketchy for all gamers. Let's put him to bed.
Could be an early night here. Taking it back, but look at that. I'm not sure if Patrick was not expecting
B
the
guts,
Sova to be holding that
Patrick.
close here. Util expended already. You have the aftershock just to clear up that corner. Player, almost like the unmovable force here. Urutan walks up just a little bit to clear out the top side, but decides against it. Global Esports here. Question is whether or not they can just quickly
Yeah, nice.
tie up the rounds.
नहीं
Urutan
नहीं मेरा
not
location
spotted
अच्छा
here. He's gonna take advantage of that walking up. No one is actually watching here quite yet. Not too sure if he heard the jump shot spots. No, I don't think so.
No, I don't expect all gamers to rotate off of this at all either, just because none of their cipher utility has been broken. There's no noise towards B, so there's just gonna have to be a nice execute from GE to get this one over the line.
Hunter's Fury tags 2 in fact. Almost 3. Flash top as
Nice.
well. Player can't do anything. Urutan
Whoa,
bring
nice.
the opening. So is Poppy for 2. Putting in the numbers.
bro alt and entry
Quiet. On top side of area.
नहीं no okay at least plant हो गया nice one
All eyes are on
papi
him. Has a shield to play with.
I don't know
He
I
has
left
his
It's
util
over.
as well. He has the
it's
uppercut.
over
Look at how many utils are on him
नहीं कर
already.
पाएगा
One by
1-4
one, as
नहीं
soon as
कर
he clears
पाएगा
one, it's a shock dart. There's the dart as
लो
well.
ही हो गया
In
चलो
fact, look at the pressure coming
Yeah.
in from the guns as well. You can't do anything.
At this point, just throw your guns through the door, accept defeat. I think.
GG's
He did that.
Attackers.
Walks in.
GG,
straight into
well played.
Crystal's crosshair. And it's a clean 2-0 here.
Easy win
Global
for Global Esports.
What a way to start the year.
actually मैं वो
Yeah, I mean, this has been a
Naya
super,
squad
super
उनका
good event
actually
for
में
us.
way
It's
more
been very
better than
fun
our
to
squad.
play.
Just saying
It's been fun to watch.
वो भी अच्छे थे लेकिन
I'm
these
really,
are
really
way
excited
better,
for
bro.
the future. I think we
especially Yokam
will
or
hopefully
slash
have
Patrick
more off-season stuff, but if we don't, we'll scrim and scrim
also
and scrim, get better
ये
every single
performance
day.
VCT में भी
and
दिखेगा
like
VCT
I said,
2025
I've been watching us do
Upcoming.
stuff like this for the last month and a half. It's not consistent yet, but certainly we have the ability to play this well and play even better than this as well. So I'm just very excited to watch the team develop as a
1916
coach
bro,
because
Patrick and Crystal were crazy.
you know,
Last round
Juvie and
में
I,
जब
we
ult
picked
किया
these
ना
players because
Crystal
we
ने,
see the potential.
and
Like,
Patrick
it's in there
को तो
for us
पहले
to
मार
be
किया
a
था.
very good team this year, and we
Then
just have
बाकी
to make
सारी
sure
team
that we put in the
घुसी.
hard work
Papi
and that we
gets
realize
1,
that
Papi gets
potential.
2, Papi gets 3, and round
Therefore,
over.
I think Juvie looks very happy
क्या
here.
round था bro?
Like in map 1 just now, it looked like he has a lot to
App कैमरा
say.
ऑन ना, हटक तो नहीं गया
But
ना?
this
हाँ.
map is just smiles all around, chill as ever.
GG, not fighting.
Yeah,
G,
absolutely. I mean,
G winning.
what's not to like about a 2-0 against another VCT team? We've got Patrick Hu with 5 bloods at the top of the scoreboard doing his
5
job
bloods,
well.
bro.
Crystal with the clutches, only 9 deaths on the map. We like that. You know, everybody did their part. And I mean, I think Kelly's calling on this map is the best that's looked so far in the face-off.
For real, bhai.
Right. So coming in, I think you talked about Kelly's calls, right? I mean, I could definitely say right now that Kelly is definitely a fragging IGL the way he has been playing, playing and just trading off each other. Is this a dynamic that you guys prefer? Because
Okay,
I know some
पहले match
teams,
का ही
they
आया
don't
इधर
talk,
तो
they don't
second
really
match
care
का तो
about
नहीं
getting
है.
their IGL's numbers up there. But what about Kelly S?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that we're at a place in Valorant where everybody's got to be able to shoot.
Bro, क्या match था?
Good.
2-0 Global Esports for the win. Second map का आया नहीं क्या? First map का ही आया. To be decided दिखा रहा है second. क्या? नहीं आया. ना नहीं आया. चल. हॉट से क्या करना है? मैच तो ओवर हो चुका है. ब्रो जल्दी एंड हो गया. मैंने लेट स्ट्रीम चालू किया था. जब मैं चालू किया था तब लाइक 2-3 राउंड्स हो चुका था ऑलरेडी फर्स्ट मैप का सनसेट वाले. हाँ. और क्या कर सकते हैं? Let me ask.
We were definitely just really hesitant. When we played it the second time, we were a little bit less hesitant, but kind of sloppy in the way that we were trying to overcome that hesitance. And then this was a lot more just sort of like a coherent game plan that we're executing well, and we're executing in a decisive way. And yeah, I mean, it can look pretty dominant when you play that way. So I'm definitely just happy to see us, getting more consistent, and hopefully we're able to just kind of like figure out what unlocked and then keep it rolling.
Speaking of what unlocked and keep it rolling, I was casting Boom Esports the other day against GE. Yes, it was a loss, but it was a very interesting one, I think, in terms of score. Because while people think it was GE not doing very well,
close to close
but when
matches
you
आए
look
थे.
at that, hello Juvenile, this is also
कभी
a
लग रहा
question
था
for
Global
you.
Esports जीत
For
रही है,
Boom
कभी लग रहा था
Esports just
Boom
now the other
Esports.
day, you guys went,
Ended with
you
the
guys
loss,
lost
but
1-2.
ठीक है,
But the thing is,
चलेगा.
what's interesting, the map that you guys won was a landslide.
कोई
That
at
was
least
split.
VCT नहीं था.
But the maps that you
Friendly
guys
matches
lost
थे.
were like very close. It was a 13-10. Can you share with us a little bit about what went on there? I mean, split clearly looks like your best map, and like what's going on with the closer maps?
Yeah, I mean, that's just us trying to get better at dealing with pressure, being able to
तो chat
understand
को ये
how
तो
to
बता
play under
thumbnail कैसा है?
pressure,
अच्छा
stuff like that. Like I
crazy
said,
cook किया
I said
मैंने.
this the other day in the interview.
कैसा
When we're
cook
winning
किया
by
है?
a landslide, like everything's chill, we're good, everyone's going. When the matches start getting close, we start getting a little pressure on us, and then our gameplay isn't as smooth. It's not as well thought out. So yeah, it's just us getting better and better at playing under pressure. That's one of the reasons of doing this entire thing, was so that we get used to playing under pressure. Even though it's like I said, it's glorified scrims.
तो जब से join आया इनका performance is like
we should be winning all of these, right? So just the expectation to win gives us a little bit more pressure than the other teams who are coming in a little willy-nilly playing, random ass comps and stuff like this. So it's just us, just getting
Random
better
ass
in those
comps
situations, and we'll keep improving. We'll keep fixing things, and we'll keep getting better.
Speaking of, talking about like, willy nilly and stuff like that. I mean, I think Boom Esports was my most anticipated match coming through because given the fact that technically you guys are sort of an ascended team, sort of from tier 2, right? You have players who have played in
Sort
tier
of.
2 for quite some time. They're proving themselves through these, through tryouts, making it to tier 1. And technically, Boom Esports is the same vibe as well, right? You have one player from VCSA coming through as well as the Indonesian players, and I think a lot of teams would sort of like put you guys on head to head in terms of power. But what are your thoughts when you guys were going to go up against Boom Esports the other day against in Global Face Off? Like, what was the vibe? What was the stress like, and how did you guys deal with it?
Yeah, I mean, I expected to win and we didn't win, so obviously we didn't handle it well enough. I don't think
Bro,
there was a
minute
ton of stress
guys.
per
Be
se.
right
It's
back.
just we knew that was one of our bigger tests in this show matches, and yeah, I mean, just like I said, every day we
Yeah, back. We're back.
between now and then to get there. You go ahead,
Very
Evan.
elevated. Yeah, he's very quiet, so I'm just wondering when he was gonna give his input.
Well, I mean, I'm head empty, no thoughts. I'm just I'm a conduit for Juvy's strategies and thoughts about the game, and I have no original thoughts at all, so I concur with what he's saying. But really, I like there isn't a whole lot else to say. We came here because we wanted to play some matches to get some match experience. It's really hard to tell where we stack up because we're not going to scrim a lot of the other teams either, because we're going to play them in a couple of months anyway. So we just have to sort of do what we did here, which is we came out a little bit shaky in match number 1. We played better in match number 2. We're a little shaky in match number 3. We were better in match number 4.
Bro,
And
इंडिया
then
का स्कोर भी
here we go,
172 for 0 चल रहा है. That's crazy.
getting even better. We
यहाँ
win
पे
Haven
यहाँ पे
finally, thank
GE जीते,
God,
वहाँ पे इंडिया भी
because
जीते.
we should have won it in the past. So it's nice to see improvement in just a short period of time.
Right. Okay, Juvenile, I think you've been watch partying a lot. You've been doing streams a lot as well. You've been very transparent with the fans as well. I mean, through these watch parties, what are your expectations of the upcoming season? Do you think it's going to be a lot more competitive than 2024?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think the bottom of APAC is upgraded across the board. And I think the top of APAC is a little bit shaky, right? Like Gen G changed rosters, PRX has question marks. DRX has changed rosters. A lot of these rosters are changing, and so I think you'll see. I definitely think you'll see a different APAC this season. My goal still is to be top 4. Outside of that, nothing else matters. You know what I mean?
Right. What about you, Elevated? What have you been checking? Have you been? What's your conclusion so far in the off season?
I mean, I think to add on top of that, there's the whole idea of the map pool changing and the meta changing as well, and so it's really going to be up to who handles like the chaos of the season, I think. And I think we're kind of in a good spot to do that because um, the players don't even really have expectations about what's supposed to happen this year, you know, because like they've never done it before at this level, and so really we should be able to just kind of, you know, ride the wave, ride the chaos, and if we prepare them well enough to handle that type of situation, then I don't see any reason that we can't just kind of like float to the top as the Pacific wave, you know, settles.
Yeah. Okay. So coming into this one, I think there's a big. I think from you guys. You guys come from North America. I think we talked a little bit about how different each region can be. You made a joke about EMEA fundamentals being very boring, very slow. Americas being a little bit more aggressive, more bombastic. APAC being a certain way. Now you guys from Americas. Is it hard to kind of like combine that America's playstyle with the APAC playstyle?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the thing is
चलो गाइस मेरे को निकलना हो गया अभी बाहर भी जाना है then yeah lots of shit to do so yeah guys see ya tomorrow अगर let's see अगर हो रहा है कि मैच नहीं इधर नहीं रहा कल का यहाँ पे दिखा तो नहीं है but I'll let you know if you're not following me on Insta do follow वहाँ पे अपडेट्स डालता रहता हूँ ऑन स्टोरीज ऑब्वियसली हाँ डिस्कॉर्ड का अभी लिंक डाला नहीं है डालता हूँ थोड़ी देर में alright then I'll let you know about tomorrow's stream till then see you bye bye take care 07 peace